Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel, back with another match reaction, and it's finished Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 1, 8-7 to Arsenal on penalties. And boy, if I'm Arteta, I'm dragging these, man, first thing in the morning. In fact, over Christmas, forcing these lot to do shooting drills. Because I don't think I can put up with this for the rest of the season. The inability of killing off games and then constantly conceding in stoppage time. I mean, what is going on here? That is 2 games in a row now against Everton. I know we didn't concede in stoppage time that time, but it's just simple chances, man. Yes, the goalkeeper for Crystal Palace was outstanding. Hats off to him. But I'll put that down to Arsenal's finishing as well. That first half was the best we've played under Mikel Arteta so far this season. I actually enjoyed watching this team play for the first time in ages. We looked fluid. We were creating chances. Martinelli had their right back doing moonwalks, bruv, until he got injured. Typical. Madueke had 2 or 3 brilliant opportunities which he should have buried. Crystal Palace looked fatigued. It was like they didn't want to be there. And then the second half flipped on its head. We looked so disjointed and we just couldn't get out of our own half at times. Crystal Palace didn't really, create any clear-cut opportunities apart from the goal they scored, which they lumped into the box. And, Arsenal still created a fair few opportunities to kill off the game still, like the Jesus header. Jesus had another opportunity which was saved by the keeper. Timber right at the end. We had a set piece as well that Declan Rice probably should have buried as well. So, listen, we got out of jail tonight, especially Mikel Arteta. Jesus Christ. I mean, when he made that change of Gabriel Jesus, right? So he's bringing off Gabriel Jesus, fair enough. Who's he bringing on? Declan Rice, a CDM. From that point, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. He wants to see this out. Because we're 1-0 up in stoppage time, he's going to bring on a CDM instead of our striker. Now, Crystal Palace, understandably, were going to flood men forward. We had no direct runners whatsoever to hit them on the counter-attack. Trossard, no. Marino, no. Saka, no. Madueke obviously came off. Martinelli went off injured. Gyökeres was still on the bench. And then when Crystal Palace equalised, and it was going to penalties, you had your best penalty taker still on the bench. There was still time to bring him on as well. There was still time. It was like the 94th, 95th minute they scored. I don't get why he didn't bring on his striker at the time. And why he's not trusting Nwaneri. 8 changes we made tonight. 8. And Nwaneri still can't get an opportunity. If only Nwaneri had the same trust as Arteta does in Marino, then I guarantee Nwaneri would be our best player right now. I mean, if I'm him, I'm putting in a transfer request tonight. Forget a loan, I'm putting in a transfer request tonight. You deserve better. You deserve better, brother. I respect wherever you go right now. Apart from Chelsea, obviously. Or Tottenham. But I respect wherever you're going to go at this point. Fuck knows. Fuck knows how Arteta actually blackmailed him as well into signing that new contract. I remember as well saying when he did sign that new contract that Mikel Arteta probably knew that if he would have let Nwaneri go to Chelsea or someone, then he would have been hounded by this fan base. But now he's signed a new contract. It's like, well, I can get away with benching Maneri all season now because he's here for 5 years. This treatment's just disgusting. It really is. I mean, forget Kobe Mainu and his, brother coming out with t-shirts and shit. What about Waneri? I mean, this is just mental. But listen, I don't want to be too negative because I thought, we deserved to go through in the end because, we should have been at least 3 or 4 up in that first half especially. And the way we played in that first half, I was really impressed. It was scintillating, it was fluid, and we actually played with some freedom. And then second half, we reverted back to type, didn't we? Unfortunately. But listen, in terms of the positives, right, Kepa, listen, apart from the save he made in the penalty shootout, he didn't really have anything to do. And yeah, apart from that one save in the penalty shootout, he was awful. Let's have it right. He pretty much went the same way every single time. And eventually, they hit it that way and, Kepa saved it. So, let's be honest, both goalkeepers were quite poor in the shootout. But, we'll take it. Timber, I don't think, had his best game. I think I've seen better games from Timber. Lost the ball quite a few times. Probably should have scored as well at the end. I think those are minutes catching up on him. But we have no choice but to play him every game until Ben White comes back. And even when Ben White eventually does come back, it's going to take him at least 3 or 4 weeks to, gain his sharpness back again. Because, the games he played against, like at Brentford, etc., Wolves, until he got injured, he was starting to regain that sharpness. But now he has to do it all over again, doesn't he? I thought Saliba, up until the point he gave away that needless free kick, was absolutely outstanding. Dealt with Mateta all game. And you don't really see Saliba... You don't tend to see Saliba, use his physicality that much, really. Because he's, so cool, calm, collected. Tonight, he was up against Mateta, and I thought he was immense. Calafiori, likewise. I thought he was really impressive at centre-back. He's a fake left-back, let's be honest with you. Let's be honest. I mean, although he's played very well this season, I think Calafiori is definitely a centre-half. And if Hincapié, although, listen, he's our backup centre-back, there's no need to sort of rush him back if he really does have a shoulder injury. We can just use Calafiori at left centre-half and we can trust Lewis Skelly to play that left-back role, who I thought was fine tonight. I thought he had a very solid game. Norgard, I have to give him his praise. I thought he was excellent tonight. Didn't put a foot wrong. And it begs the question why Mikel Arteta has not been trusting Norgard in these sort of games. This is, against Crystal Palace, a Premier League opposition. You're telling me he couldn't play against Wolves? Everton. We've had games here and there where Norgard could actually come on and see out a game like this. And listen, tonight he played full 90 minutes, I believe, didn't he? Yeah, he did. The full 90 minutes, and I thought he was excellent. His passing was good. His reading of the game was really good. I'd almost argue he was joint man of the match with Saliba tonight. I thought he was immense. So, fair play to Norgard. We really should be trusting him more. Because he's a decent player, but not someone who I want to step in for 5 or 6 games. But definitely should be trusted in games, for instance, at home to Wolves, bottom of the league, where we can rest Subimendi. Right, he got the full rest tonight, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Marino, typical Mourinho performance in midfield. It never works, and never will, really. And I've already made my case clear. If Waneri was trusted like Mourinho has in midfield, then, you know, he'll probably be our best player. And Mourinho's, you know, more effective, more influential up front. So we should be, although he did go up top, didn't he? When Jesus came off, but still, the fact he played 90 minutes, I'm not saying he was poor, but he's just doesn't bring anything in midfield, does he? Eze, I thought he had a mixed game. I thought first half he had some nice patterns here and there. Second half he ghosted, and, you know, Odegaard came on, did his typical thing where, I mean, listen, he dispatched his penalty well, but he holds the ball like it's his wallet, bro. Holds it for so long, and I'm like, just release it. 2 players open, and then he holds it for just an extra second. Then we've got Madueke. I don't think, I mean, first half he looked bright, second half not so much. Should have scored. Should have bagged a hat-trick at least. Could have done better with his finishing. And Martinelli, I think I mentioned him at the start of the video. Just unbelievable up until the point he got his injury. Had his right back on toast. And how nice is it to see Martinelli playing with confidence and fluidity? Like, bro, if Martinelli only played in the Premier League, not the Premier League, the Champions League and the Carabao Cup, then yeah, we just need him to replicate them performances in the Premier League. Because, bro, that was one of the best performances in the first half from Martinelli I've seen from a winger, from an Arsenal winger, as far as I'm concerned, in a long time. I was seeing step overs. I was seeing, you know, cut inside. You know, exactly how I've seen Bukayo Saka play. Being effective. And I love the fact we kept giving him the ball in that first half, because we knew, hold on a minute, he's onto something. So we're going to give him the ball constantly so he can make something happen. And it was such a shame he went off injured. It's just typical every single fucking time. Players are on form, they're playing well, they get injured. Oh, fucking hell. And then Jesus up front. Listen, again, I think he probably should have scored. But I think, again, he brings so much fluidity to this attack, especially in that first half. So, and who played? Yeah, obviously Martinelli played on the left, and then Trossard came on. Brilliant penalty. Probably scored the best penalty of the lot. But yeah, guys, that's it. We are through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we make it to the final. In fact, I hope we win the competition, because that's what I want us to do. I want us to win this competition so badly. This is the first competition we can win, by the way, of the season. So give me this competition in February, and hopefully that kicks us on to then winning either the Premier League or the Champions League. If not, then it's still a successful season, because you've done that at the end of the season. But yeah, guys, I just want to end by saying this. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Obviously, last video before Christmas. Next one's going to be Brighton. Do we play on the Saturday? I think we do, after Man City at 12:30. So you're going to catch me on the 27th. So I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And I'll be Boxing Day as well, because we don't play on the Boxing Day. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, on my road to 2K, and I will catch you in the next one.